Throughout his essays, one can see Emerson wave away the doctrine of original sin as if with a wand, not rejecting sin altogether, but transporting it from within the individual to without, from the human heart into the institutions around him. Why is this subject significant? It is significant because Ralph Waldo Emerson's work has paved the way for individuals to take on a positive personal philosophy and to lead inspired and passionate lives. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said that if you feel encumbered by the sins, or you feel like you owe society good acts because you had a traumatic past, or you committed sins in the past, break those chains, release yourself from those chains. And also, today I'm going to argue about how Emerson is America's advocate for expressive individualism, and also Emerson, in his eyes, he felt that it was a sacred duty of the individual to live out their mission, to live out their purpose. And interestingly enough, Ralph Waldo Emerson was skeptical about making donations to charities because he believed that people only committed those acts like they owed society, like they maybe didn't pay a parking ticket and you pay a fine because of that. It's like people donate to charity because they made a bad act or they made a sin, and discard that idea completely, because Emerson said that you don't make good acts because you owe. You make good acts out of the nature of your heart to be of service to that person, not to be acknowledged for your work. And now that we have an understanding that Emerson wants us to lead our lives, lead Lead our lives um, he wants us to lead our lives to the fullest potential. Let's see how else Emerson advocates for positive change. He advocates for positive change because if you are in an environment that threatens your potential, you leave the environment. And that was his rule. In 1831, Ralph Waldo Emerson was serving for 3 years at a Unitarian church, very complex term, and he was a pulpit there, and he left because he felt like that it restricted his potential. And that's what he did in his life, but in our lives, we may hang around friends, influences that are not making the most of us, and we should leave those environments. So, in conclusion, Ralph Waldo Emerson said that change your lens, change your perspective, break the chains on any sort of past sins that you may have made, and leave environments that don't serve you. So, coming back to that first quotation in the beginning, as you remember, it was talking about how you make bad acts and then you feel guilty and then you want to be good. Just make good acts out of the nature of your heart. Visualize what you want for your life. And Emerson, too, also really encouraged finding out strategies to figure out what you truly want, to figure out what your mission is, to spend time in silence, meditation, and figure out what you truly desire from this planet, what is calling your heart, and to follow through on that instead of being burdened by people's expectations and such and such.